Everybody here yet? Everybody here? Everyone here yet? Oh yeah, you got 11. Hello, 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 hello. How are you? So we're waiting on everybody. Usually wait a little bit longer. No, I don't even know what time it is. 7:37. I guess we're about it right on time, but we left off with this guy last night. And I got to slide this boot over the end down here, which it looks like it's going to work. But unfortunately, I didn't weld these nuts on the back side, so it may be a disassemble and weld. Disassemble and weld video too. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be long enough, this flex joint. But unfortunately, these guys here, this bolt's on the inside. I welded the bottom ones, so they won't turn. And I haven't done it to this one's because it was kind of like, let's put it together and see if she's going to work. And then tear it back apart again, and yeah. And that's kind of what I did on the bottom, somewhat. Is I tore it apart and then put it back together, and I tore it back apart. Hey, Paul? Where's Paul at? You got no Paul here. I don't know any Paul. But anyway, it's been a long time. Where you been? Been looking for you. So anyways, it looks like to me it's going to work, so it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal. like I said, you take these nuts loose, pull this apart, take this, weld these nuts on the inside, and then put it back together. You just got to make sure your pipes, I would just want to make sure my flex joint was going to work. It's long enough, or I had to buy another pipe. That's how it is when you're building from scratch. When you're scratching, scratch a build. So this clamp just slid around there. I was able to slide that in there. Around. But on the other hand, you can, I also loosened these up because I was able to get through here. So, since it worked like that before, it made it a little bit easier. I might as well just do it again. Because these brackets got to come off anyways, because I got to weld that. Just enough to get the hose out of it. I don't have to totally take it totally apart, but I got to do it enough so I can get this hose out in the clamp. Alright, so these nuts got to be welded on mainly for when I go to tighten this up. Because I want all these pivot points to be able to be snuggled up. Is that a word? I don't know how I can lose it, but I lose it easy. Thinking I might want to take and put right here, put a top rivet in there, right here. It'll keep this from turning. It turns a little bit. I think I got some small rivets. Everybody here now? What am I building? That's a exhaust fume extractor from a blower from a furnace. Yeah, right there I want to take and got just enough room to put a popper right there to keep that from turning that. He said there was a budget. It's only I only have a small budget on this to build this. And it's just a box with a filter with a blower motor and a cage in there. So she pulls my exhaust fumes in here and then sends through the filter and then exhaust off the side. There's a lot of live videos on it if you want to go back and check. If you want to spend that time. Most people don't. Most people just want to know what it is and then they move on. Anyways, there's nuts, bolts on the inside of this, and I need to weld them on. So if I have to snug this pivot point up, it's not gonna. The nut in the inside won't turn on me. Turn on me now. Keeps getting stuck to it. Woohoo! Felt that one on my foot. Good times. I think I got things for my feet, but I don't wear them. I don't know why though. That was a nice hole. Whew. All right, so I got to take these guys off there and cool them down. because then I got to put them back on. So. Alright. See my wonderful job of welding. I got one of those auto helmets with the face shield thing, and if I really want to see what I'm doing, I should probably put these on, but unfortunately it doesn't always help because hang on, I'll be right back. Just outside the door. Still got some snow left. It's melting. This will be our third day of snow melting. So well, they're definitely cool now. Spray it with water bottle? Okay. What if I told you that I don't have a water bottle? Water bottle. I just got snow. These guys are smoking hot. Smoking hot. Then I just got to put this back in and slide that hose back in here. And then we'll be going back together. Like I said, last night I didn't think I didn't think the hose was going to be long enough, so. And I didn't get another one, so. Yep. Bad, bad, bad. tomorrow's payday, so figuring I'd have to take and get another boot. But it looks like we're lucking out. Still hot though, even if I put some more snow on it. Or the water bottle. Alright, we're running again. Not that hot. Won't take much. There we go. Still got to put some kind of paint on it, so you know what that means. If I want to paint them, I got to take it off camera, take it back apart, just for the sake of video. That makes sense to you? Snow is a wonderful tool. Alright, so I ended up having to weld these things because I didn't do it last night. Unfortunately, if I want to tighten these up at all, like the other ones, I needed to weld them on. So. Oh, I was thinking that this thing turns on me. I'm going to see if I got a pop rivet I can put in there. Thought I had some, but may not. May not. I'm going to find them. Got the rivet gun out here either. if I put the vice grips on, let's see if that will simulate the same things I'm trying to do. Oh yeah. Yeah, I need to put one there. So I want to keep it from doing this turn. Remember we were getting that turn in there? We thought that hose would take care of it. It's not. Alright, so what? I'm not seeing any small rivets here. I know I got some small ones at the house, so you're gonna have to give me a minute. You're gonna have to give me a minute, I'll be right back. Everyone's still there. I didn't lose anybody, did I? Anybody didn't fall asleep on me? Huh? Nice out today. It's a good day for something. Whatever that is. Whatever I can come up with. Anyways, I found some rivets. A little longer than they need to be. They're aluminum ones, so and some washers. So I gotta just drill a hole through, pump her in, and that'll keep that. It'll keep that from turning. I should have thought of that on the other end, but well, you know. Maybe somebody else is making one of these making one of these things and following along and decide they want to make one. They can learn from my mistakes because I'll say I made a few, just a few. All right. Somewhere we put the drill when we got done with it. Oh yeah, up here. Right where I left it at. You guys are supposed to tell me where I left it at. Yeah, test the JB Welding. Test it for what? What are we testing JB Weld for? Viscosity? 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 One of those? Yeah. I got a dent in it. But well, I got a dent in it. I'm looking for my 2x4. Got a long one. It wants to collapse on me. There we go. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Getting somewhere. How's everybody's hump day been? Mine was kind of one of those days. It was one of those days where I had to stop and get some ice cream with double fudge. Double fudge makes it all better, right? What size do you think them are? 1/8? I had a shorter one. I really did. But the next size up, I don't know where it went. Could be sitting on the bench. Could be sitting on the bench, covered up, but. Okay. That better be the one, because I'm already getting tired of that. I think I set it over here on that. I think that's what I did with it. Oh, yeah. It just fits. It just fits. Let me give me a little bit of the reamer. There we go. It's guaranteed to work, right? Oh. See? Hopefully I got the right. Hopefully I got the right one of these. Whew. Thought I was going to have to pause. And again, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to have the wrong. The wrong one. Yeah, this is the only Riveting I got. It's pretty nice. It pivots both directions. There we go. Now, number 1,000 question is, did that really fix what I thought it would do? Let's see. Are you ready? It keeps it turned from, I don't remember if you remember that tube was turning back and forth because of the, I actually need to do it here too. Right here. It turns back and forth. And I actually need one right there too. But when do you do that? When do you do that? After you put it already back together and then take it back apart? Or do you just do it right now and you can see you did it? Probably right now. At least on this one end. And the other end I should have did it on. Shouldn't have been such a yank to hurry up and get it together. I'm just drilling another hole and putting another rivet in the other tube down here. So it's nothing, no secret. No secret other than I need to put a pair of vice grips on the other end so she don't walk on me. She's you know what I mean by walking. Walking means it's moving both pipes. and drill at the same time, so it's not what we want. It's not what we want. See, they're even now. It's only so when you guys aren't watching me use it, and I'm yanking it around, that I don't know, breaking something, and have to redo it. But again, you've already seen it on video how I built each piece, so you can always go back and see what I used, and then you can also go to Menards and buy it, right? These are Blue Point ones, if you wanted to know what they were. I think the Mac Tool ones were similar to it that I had before. Similar. And I would assume that you could probably get these same ones on the interweb. Here's the, it's backwards, of course, you know, because we're doing the camera backwards so I can read. HPS 202. HPS 202. Made by Blue Point of China. It's all the same over there. China, Taiwan, well, what I know is it to be all, but somebody would probably say, no, it's not. It's not. It's different. But okay, so there we go. Finally. We're going back together now. Yeah, I had this little hook tool. They had like a little hook on it, and I think I used it in the first one, but I ain't seen it here. Could I have put that back? Could I have put that back? So I ain't seeing it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. It's just a little hook on the end. Got a little hook on it like this. You can use it to slide underneath there. It does help. Especially with the side you can't see, you know. Which is all of it. I use it for radiator hoses, so. Radiator hoses and things like that. Instead of get one side done and then the other side, it tends to be a little on the difficult side. mainly where the ribs are. The ribs is hanging up. Not the barbecue ribs, just the regular ribs. There it goes. There she goes. Try to put that bend in the same position because then it's yeah, I don't know what that was. Probably nothing. Probably just a washer that I was using there fell on the ground. Floor. Remember just regular hose clamps? In case somebody was wondering, hey, what kind of hose clamps you got? Just regular hose clamps from the parts store. The clamps they wanted were $70-some for 4 of them because they're all set because of the ribs. And I said, well, that's all right because it's not going to be inspected anyway. So OSHA's not going to inspect it. We might not even have an OSHA. I just snug these guys up, is all I do. Because I got them washers on each side of it to pull it in tight to the all right. Yep. How's that look from there? I already got that fixed. So all we gotta do is put this guy on and then try to slide the slide that in there. Probably go in there when I'm trying to do this. But kinda. See how much it almost slid in there by itself already? There we go. I just got to get the bottom done. That's all. Just that. Just the bottom. I like that better because see how it actually allowed it to relax. Don't worry, this is PG, so parents' guidance here. That's for the adults, by the way. parent guard for the delts. About this guy's already stretched out as far as yeah, I know. I want to take and put the lock washers on it and then lift it up in the air, but putting the bottom up. My bottom's up. Bottom's up. Yeah, I got all that there. I just got to sneak it around this corner here. Again, it's hitting on the corner. Unfortunately, this it tends to bend the pipe a little bit. Not just a little bit. Yeah, just the one corner still. Yeah, there's it's like a vacuum cleaner hose that stuff in the inside of it to keep it rigid, rigid is it's actually catching on this corner. I wish I had that thing. The thing I was talking about, the thing. Let me tighten these guys down. I thought it may be affecting the it's not going all the way out, but I already have it pretty much all the way out where I need it at. All right. This baby's heavy. It's heavy. I may have to put a spring on it. All right, here we go. It's I tend to be a little heavy. Does it turn? Does this turn? Or does it turn this way? Does it turn this way? That's one. Or two is it turn this way? I just got that rib that's hanging up on the edge of it, and that's what's my problem. That's my problem. only once I get it past that, then we'll be golden. But wish I could get it past that one little spot. But it's past it. I'm just trying to get it. I got all that extra rubber there. I'm just trying to get it up there where I won't have an issue with it later. All right. Got it. Now the question, number 1,000 question is, can I get the clamp in there? Because she's snug in there. Oh no, you said something, then you retracted it. It said, there it goes. There she goes. You think I got enough tube in there? Wonder if I got enough tube in it on the There we go. I'm gonna have to walk it down, I believe. Holy moly. That's just that rubber. It's that rubber hose, that's all. Yeah, it's dragging on the hose trying to get through there. That's all. I think we're going to have to leave it right in that one position because it's right in between the ribs. Right between the barbecued ribs. There we go. That's right on the edge of that one. I think it'll be all right. Yeah, try to get it in. Feels like it. Hard to tell though. Hard to tell exactly. Yeah, I got it on. Got it around the edge there. So, okay, there's that one and that one. And these guys can be loosened up now because I got it straight. Ugh. All right, let's see. I don't know if she's going to bend back like we wanted her to, though. Because most of my bend is right up here. If I bring this clamp out more, will that be better or what? Because see, I'm not centered in this hose. Like the bottom one, I was centered in it. Well, that's a lie. Yeah, the bottom one I wasn't centered in it either. I was actually higher than the bend. But and as for this way, very little. And if I would have put in them other two, I wouldn't have got any bend. Let's see how far I can get down. Right there, the flex pipe isn't collapsed. See, it won't collapse because of the ribs inside of it. But as for bringing it down exactly where the other one is, it's not the same. So did I get it like the other one, like I wanted, or it's nothing but taking it apart? Nothing like taking it apart. It's all I got to do, and extend that other end. I think I got the metal for it. I'd like to have it so it yeah, see it's you can you see it? No, you can see it. See, it doesn't collapse because of the ribs inside of it. But I'm not in this is not in the center of this flex. It's 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 not in the center. Let me bring it down so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not in the center of the rib in the flex. So really, it's for it to be in the center of the flex. This one here needs to be as long as that one does. So if I bring that up here a couple of inches more, then we'll be right in the center of the flex. And then if I'm in the center of the flex, then I have a more opportunity to bend it back. You know what I'm saying? It's not kinking. There's no way I can kink it. See? Oh, you can't see. Oh, where are you at? Oh, there we go. So there's no way I can kink it off because it's got those ribs in it. But to have it come back down here and be like the other guy, these ones got to be extended too. These other ones, like you were talking about it last night. You're saying maybe you got to extend them other ones too. And I got more metal right here that I could extend them. I thought that was way too long, but unfortunately, if you don't make it long at the beginning, you definitely ain't gonna make it longer anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I made it so the second time I made it so I could if I had to remount the holes, I could. You think it should lengthen these ones too? The same length as that though? Because I think this one here is too long. Because it's not even in the center. It's it's probably at least 2 inches long. This is 2 inches longer than it should be. For this one to be in the center and that one to be in the center. But again, we're not building the space shuttle here. We're just making a fume extractor that seems to be taking forever. So you're saying if I make these longer, that'll help with the pipe being so short? I don't know. The picture I got, you can't tell really how long them pipes are. I don't even know because of the age of it being 30 years old. I don't even think they have a. I don't think I could even get a parts breakdown where it could even tell me what the length of the pipes are. So I want to say this pipe here that we put on, first pipe, maybe a little too long. But I can live with it being too long. By it's at least it's at least 12 inches too long. At least a minimum of 12 inches is too long. But like I said, all I did was go by the picture in the book, a picture of one, and it seemed like this was quite long if you looked at it standing up. It looked like to me it was at least 4 foot, at least. And I don't remember how long this one was. This was longer than 4 foot, I think. I think. Right. The pivot points were in the middle, except for these were mounted off like on brackets that went around the pipe. But the problem with that pipe they had there was a much thicker pipe. It was the same pipe as this. I bet you it was a 4 inch. I bet it was like a 4 inch exhaust pipe that they had, so it was pretty heavy. Um, why I say this 4 inch pipe is they painted it, and if I try to paint this kind of stuff, if I try to paint this galvanized, um, the paint's not going to stick to it. Paint's not going to stick to this. I'll be able to smear. I should be able to scratch it right off. So I'm thinking that other pipe was something like this that they could have painted because they painted it black with a name on the side of it. So I think it was. Is my internet messing up again tonight? I congratulate you. 40 people or 37 people are still with us tonight. This has kind of been a little bit experiment of trying to make it work right. Um, and you guys, yeah, you should have a reward for the patience of watching. But you know what I'm saying? Is this shiny right now? Is that what you're saying? Or are you talking about? I seen my monitor circle once, and I didn't see it up there. Um, I didn't notice my the master up there. I don't know if the wind blew it down, so it's kind of like leaning down a little bit. I don't think that really matters, just as long as it's pointing in one direction, which is kind of weird. I'll have to show you a picture of it before I put it back up. It's just we're talking about the Wi-Fi thing. Just so I didn't like lose you what I was talking about. Yeah. um, I'm doing this because I've been up since um, well, I was up watching YouTube videos last night about I don't know something or other. Nobody's doing nobody's doing any videos right now because revenue's down. You guys don't know that, but it's a known fact from January after Christmas and New Year's, revenue down for creators they're looking into making videos to make money. They try to hold back and do as little as videos as they can between that and after April, because YouTube really backs off on the money. And some people will tell you that. Some people will tell you. Yeah, they back off on the money, and bottling Canada mine. I'm not sure what you mean. Not sure what you mean in there. It's Canada's aluminum. Oh, so you're saying you got a 12 ounce, or is it 8 ounce? 12 ounce. Well, they make those little 4 ounce Cokes. And there was a guy that was kind of a friend that I did some car work for. And this is a sidetrack. He worked for Coca-Cola. And yeah, well, this is a 5 millim something or other, so it's got to be a can. Um, he he was told in the class. He was told himself. He was told by other people. I don't know how he was told. Actually, to tell you tell you the truth, um, but he won't drink. He only drank one of those little tiny cans a day because he knows better than to drink them. He knows that he knows that this stuff's no good for you, but he wants to sell it though. He wants to push it. But he moved down. He worked on the machines. He used to be a driver, and then he worked on the machines. Um, I'm looking at making these brackets longer. How much longer do you think? Because I don't know. How much longer are you thinking? Couple inches? I mean, to get it to the pivot point, if I bring this guy up to where it was supposed to be at, let me get my tape measure. So the middle of this guy, he said it was 11 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches. 6 inches is right here. So that's the center point right there. It's only an inch away from there. And so if I make these brackets longer, that's just going to push that hose that way. That's all that's going to do. If I make these longer, it's just going to push it that way. It's longer. So this actually will be too short, this rubber. So the only way I could say it would be if I cut off 2 inches on this end and add it to that end, that'll bring that to the center. How's that? That's where I'm thinking. If I cut 2 inches off here, let's say 2 inches. 2 inches brings it right there. And add that 2 inches down here. So that'll bring that to here. So that'll be right in here-ish. So it'll bring it closer if I took 2 inches off of this and put it on here. Because if I add 2 inches to this here, or even more than that on this end, this hose here will be too short. No more comments for nobody out there? Nobody else has got any comments tonight about it? Come on. Somebody's got to say something. Like, you moron, can't you measure? You're thinking the same? Yeah. I probably shouldn't even worry about putting this hose in there. But I should have measured the hose. And then some or other I should have made this and this the same. But I thought that's what we kind of did. See, that was 5. And that was 5. So this was 12. So 5 and 5. So we were just off an inch. But once I got this where it was supposed to be, it wasn't that. It's only 4 inches. So, because I forgot where I had to bolt it on. These holes are not an issue because, you know, the welder will plug them up. You won't even know they're there. Or better yet, what we do is we just, I got that other metal, we weld another plate to this. Just take one side loose and then put it into the center and then look at it. Only one side at a time. But that's a pain in the butt, though. Because you can't really. Half of what I added here, you mean? Yeah, I added 6 inches. But it still wouldn't have been in the middle. If I only let's see. If I take it back, say I take it back, here's 3 inches. Boom. Boom, but cut this off. Oof, boom. It still won't be in the center. Plus, we'll have all that extra rib. No? See, this still doesn't bring this over that way. If I took this 2 inches and put it on this end, it could push it over. If I took 2 inches off of here and put it over there and pushed it that way, because then my center point, first off, I got to mark my center point on the hose so we can see where it's at. Right there. And so if I cut off 2 inches here and add it there, my center point right now is at, if I took this over, I have to take that over 2.5 inches. I have to move it 2.5 inches to be in the center. This hole has to move that way, 2.5 inches, not just 2 inches, 2.5. Two and a half here, add it to there. And then it'll be in the center. Go really close. We're talking 1/16 of an inch or something. So 2.5. That's 3. When I say 2.5, so it'd have to be 3.5. Sorry, 3.5. So if I took 3.5, put it down here, which you go off that center bolt 3.5 inches. Yeah, 3.5 is too much. 3.5 brings it 3/4 of an inch that way. So we're pretty close. Pretty close right in here. Between 3 and 3.5, we'll put right in the middle of that. We'll bring this guy in the center, or so close that we can. And that'll help with the center point of the hose. But again, down at the bottom, I didn't do that, but it just needed to go up in the air and come down, up and down, that one down there. But the one on the bottom is not in the center at all. But I talked about those. Congratulations to those 44 people, and I just lost 10 of them. So you're thinking that same thing for tomorrow? Cut this guy and cut off in the middle of those 2 lines that I put, and cut it here, bring it down this end. Same on the other side, I assume, because these are identical from each other. And that doesn't affect this, because there are more holes. More holes. Yeah, the center point 6 inches, because we had 12 on this whole hose from here to here. And so right now we're in 4.5 in this into this end. 4.5 into this end, and from this to the other end is 9 inches. So from this point to here is 9 inches, and this point from here to the center is 3.5. We're talking the hose things, and the center point of the pivot. And that's 6. Well, yeah. I got a welder, I just plug them up. Or, these holes here, if I take this thing here, now they're going to be different. You got to try to line up these same holes here. So when you put that new piece of metal on this end, it lines up. Same with that one. So what I end up doing is trying to figure out this piece of metal here. I'm going to have to take and transfer the measurements to here. Actually, when I whack that off, I'm going to take that piece of metal and put it right here, and then stake 2 holes so I can get the same holes for here. And now on the other end, I don't know on the other end. I don't know on the other end. I'm not sure about the. I have to think about that other end. I'm thinking that maybe I should just use the either take those that piece of metal I cut off and weld the holes up on it, which is kind of ridiculous to do, or just use that piece of metal I got over there and weld it on the end and like actually transfer the pattern of the previous holes I did onto the new piece of metal that I'm doing before I like weld them up. That's why I didn't weld these other holes up yet, because I figured I was going to take it apart again. I mean, I've done that. The other one I did, the other piece that we were doing, I was I don't know how many times I had that apart on camera and off. At least on camera, I probably had it 3 times at least, and I had it like 2 other times off camera. So just because it was just kind of like it was just getting ridiculous of showing you guys that I've already torn it apart 3 times, 4 times. It's the same old thing. I mean, this is like, I mean, this thing, even this is taking too long, but all right. We're at 1:35. I worked this morning. Woke up at 2 o'clock and went back to bed and finally got up at 5 o'clock. And so I've been going since 5 o'clock this morning, and I was drinking Coke so I could keep myself awake. And if you just see me right now, I look like I'm like a zombie. So I am exhausted and I can't think anymore. But that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm going to whack that in the center, transfer the holes over to the other piece of metal so I'm not butchering the tin up that we already, because inside, I mean, look inside it, the holes I drilled look nice. The washers make them look pretty on the inside for the inspector, the inspector of the inspector of the pipe, the pipe inspector, the pipe inspector. I'm not making much sense, but you're tired too? Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I mean, somebody's gonna, if they decide to make one of these, 5 years down the road, they look and see some bald-headed guy on making one. They'll learn that not to do as he does, do as, try it a different way. Yeah. If I didn't want it to be bent down like that, and I didn't have to look at it, once I put it once I get done with it and I shove it over there in the corner, once I move all that stuff out of the corner and push it over there, it'll be in the background, and I'll have to look at it and say that I wish I would have just did it right, even if it took longer. You know what I'm saying? And anyways, thanks for being with me tonight and hanging out in the garage. And it'll get done. It'll be done. It'll get done right. And just I don't know. It looks kind of long, but again, once it's on the floor, I don't think it won't look that long. All right. Have a good night. Thanks for being with me. If you're on there, that we ran this tonight without subscriber based whatever. Anyways, so just sometimes you try to find me. If you don't subscribe, you try to find me, and you're going, "Oh no, he was a nice bald-headed guy, old, didn't know what he was doing. Where's he at? Where's he at?" Well, you're not going to find me because I have an option to push just subscribers. So, yeah, I would suggest you subscribe. That's the only reason why. And it's just just because I can say subscribe. That's what everybody else says. Adios. Have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to be cutting these brackets apart for the few times we've been. I think it's 4 times. We're probably at 3, but we could be at 4. Anyways, have a good night, and we'll see you again.